Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to another video. Today I'll be switching it up a bit with a book review this time. So far we have discussed a couple of Netflix shows, some of my favorites I've discussed here. So today I thought to switch it up a bit and just walk into another group of entertainment, that is books. So the first book I have picked out today is actually available on Wattpad. That's where I discovered this book, and it's called Follow Me Back by A.V. Geiger. The first draft of the book is available on Wattpad, so if you want to check it out, that's where it is. But once I've explained to you how this book is so awesome, I would recommend that if you want to check it out, you buy the books. The on Wattpad, the first draft of the book is available in one single book, but when published, this book was divided into two separate books, part 1 and part 2. The first part is called Follow Me Back, and the second part is called Tell Me No Lies. Now let's get into the details of this book. First of all, this book is a thriller. It is a very thrilling book. It's suspense, and it's set against the backdrop of fandoms, the life of a fangirl, and especially Twitter. Most of the story is it takes place through tweets, DMs, and some police transcripts as well, which we'll get into later on as to why that is. Now I'm gonna read the summary that is available on the Wattpad draft, and here it is. Tessa Hart has a secret, but she is too scared to tell a soul. She dropped out of school 6 months ago for reasons she won't dare to speak aloud. Now she spends her whole life glued to her phone, obsessing over her favorite pop star, Eric Thorne. Eric's fandom offers her a taste of friendship, maybe even love, but this online world is full of secrets and betrayal, as Tessa will soon learn. Now, as you may have figured by now, Tessa Hart is our protagonist. She is on leave from college due to certain reasons that is also another mystery that is explored into the book. That is the reason behind her leave is one of the central plots of the story, one of the two central plots of the story. She has agoraphobia in this book, and that is why she stays in her room. For that reason, she stays in her room all the time. She never goes anywhere. So naturally, the only remaining thing for her to pass her time is to be on her phone, be on Twitter all the time, and she is obsessed with this pop star called Eric Thorne, another fictional character in this story. So, and just like everyone else, just like we have all been in that place at some point or another, she is just a regular fangirl who tweets to her favorite pop star, favorite celebrity. She wants to be noticed by him, and she also follows another fan account. Just the regular stuff we do on social media regarding our favorite celebrities or characters. but this but as the story unfolds, her life becomes quite unusual in the way that she comes across this particular account and she starts talking to this person. But there's a huge secret behind this person as to who is the owner of that account. Now I'm not gonna get into that a lot because that is actually a big spoiler for you. That will be a big spoiler for you guys. So let's get into another things as to what I enjoyed a lot in this story. First of all, there was this relatability aspect of the story. Tessa Hart is a fangirl, and I think pretty much everyone who is on the internet these days has been in some part or some form of fandom, at least one or another form of fandom. So the things she does and the things she does online and the way she talks, it's very relatable. It's very easy to relate to the central character, and I think it makes up for a very easy reading when you can see yourself in the main character. So the relatability aspect of it is quite well done, in my opinion. And since it's mostly based on Twitter, it is also very easy to follow. You can read quite you can read very easily, and you can just uh, go through a lot of chapters at once, since it's very easy to understand. And there is not one boring moment at all, I think, in this story. Despite being a lot of chapters, it will be very easy to binge read it and not get bored of it after a while, because in every chapter something new happens, something exciting happens. Pretty much all the chapters end up on a cliffhanger, so you want to keep reading more and more and just finish the story as soon as possible. I think it's written in a very interesting fashion. The sentences and the way every emotion and every single action is explained, it is in a very interesting and in a way that keeps your attention to the book. There are a lot of unseen twists and turns in the book, something you cannot you cannot see it coming. So that that thriller aspect and that unpredictability, I value a lot in a TV show or a story. You may have seen, even before when I described a lot of my favorite shows, I said that there were a lot of twists and turns and it was a very thrilling experience. I have said stuff like that because I value unpredictability in a show or in any entertainment piece. If I am unable to predict something's coming, then it's a win for me. And I watch a lot of stuff, so I am just I just know a lot of tropes and how things play out, so it's hard for me to find stuff that is unpredictable, that can catch me off guard. So when that happens, I value it a lot, more than a regular person. And this book gave me that. It caught me totally by shock at many points. So that is why this book has just jumped to the top of the list for me of my favorite books. The format of this book is also quite interesting. It's as I've said before, it's told a lot of it is told through tweets and DMs, and there's also police transcripts. And one more interesting thing about this is the author has created actual Twitter accounts for these characters. So if you go and search these characters, they do have a Twitter account and they do tweet from it. So that gives it a very fourth wall breaking experience, and that's always fun. And that no one's ever complained about that. Fourth wall breaking is always fun to watch. So that's an interesting format. The whole atmosphere that is created through this addition of the Twitter accounts, as well as the format in which it's written, all of these things just add up to a more dynamic story experience. And also the fact that this story is non-linear in its timeline. Sometimes it jumps forward and gives you a glimpse of what happens in the future, and then it jumps back into the flashback, and that is the present day, or sometimes even flashback even in the past, that is things that have happened in the past. It gives us a glimpse of that. So all this mixing up of timelines and past, present and future, it just adds up to the more dynamicness of it, instead of just a storyline that is just going from point 1 to point B in a linear fashion. And it just keeps you on the edge of your seat, because you sometimes catch a glimpse of something that has happened to the future, and it's just so alien that you wonder, how did our characters get to this point? What has happened in the duration of the time that is missing so far? What has happened that led to this moment? And it just makes you want to read more and just binge through the chapters even more. So all of these things combined, they just make up for an amazing and exciting reading experience. I would seriously recommend it. I recommend that you guys check it out. You guys should absolutely check out the first draft, and then you should also buy the book, because in the book the ending of the story is somewhat different. So for that secret ending, you will have to buy the book. I will link the Wattpad version of it in the description, so please you go check it out and let me know your opinion. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and please subscribe, because I post videos every Wednesday. Commissions are open, so if you want me to draw something for you, please DM me on any of my social media. All the links are in the description. And that's it for this week, and bye.